Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most talked about topics in American politics, immigration. More specifically, we're comparing the immigration policies and deportation records of two recent presidents, Barack Obama and Donald Trump. There's a lot of debate around who was tougher on immigration, who deported more people, and how their policies shaped the country. So let's break it all down with facts, figures, and context. Make sure to stick around until the end because the real story behind these numbers might surprise you. And if you enjoy in-depth political analysis, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. All right, let's get started. First up, let's take a look at how each administration approached immigration. Their policies set the foundation for what followed, so understanding their frameworks is key. Barack Obama, despite being widely seen as a progressive leader, actually had a strong immigration enforcement record. In 2012, his administration introduced the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA, which provided temporary protection from deportation and work permits to undocumented immigrants who were brought to the U.S. as children. This was a big deal at the time and was seen as a step toward immigration reform, though it also sparked legal challenges. But on the enforcement side, Obama had a strict approach. His administration focused on removing undocumented immigrants with criminal records and those who had recently crossed the border. The slogan was, "Felons, not families," but the policy ended up being broader than many expected. This led to a surprising result. Obama deported more people than any other U.S. president before him. This earned him the nickname Deporter-in-Chief from activists. Now let's talk about Donald Trump. Unlike Obama, Trump campaigned on a platform of tough immigration enforcement from day one. He promised to build a border wall, end DACA, and ramp up deportations across the board. His messaging was clear. Border security was a priority. His administration made several big moves. First, he expanded deportation priorities to include nearly all undocumented immigrants, not just those with criminal records. Second, he introduced the Remain in Mexico policy, which required asylum seekers to stay outside the U.S. while their cases were processed. And third, he utilized Title 42, especially during the pandemic, to expedite removals for public health reasons. Trump also pushed for stronger ICE and Border Patrol measures, increasing their enforcement capabilities to broaden the scope of deportation activities. Now let's get into the numbers, because numbers don't lie. Who actually deported more people? Between 2009 and 2016, Obama's administration formally deported about 3 million people. But if we include expedited removals and voluntary departures, that number jumps to around 5.24 million. That's a huge number. A big reason for these high deportation numbers was a combination of increased border security and a focus on criminal deportations. While his administration tried to balance enforcement with reform, the numbers speak for themselves. Between 2017 and 2021, Trump's administration deported around 1.5 million people through formal removal orders. If we add border turnbacks and self-deportations, the total reaches roughly 2.3 million. So yes, Trump's deportation numbers were lower than Obama's, but there's an important reason why. Fewer people were attempting to cross the border. Many experts believe Trump's strong stance on immigration deterred illegal crossings, which meant fewer arrests and deportations overall. Obama's immigration policies were seen as a mix of enforcement and reform. DACA was widely praised, but his deportation numbers frustrated many immigrant advocates. His policies showed that even Democratic administrations could be tough on immigration when it came to enforcement. Trump's immigration policies were a defining aspect of his presidency. His supporters saw him as a strong leader on border security, while critics argued his policies were too strict. Policies like the Border Wall Initiative and increased ICE activity played a huge role in shaping the national conversation. Obama's major contribution to immigration policy was DACA, which continues to shape debates today. But his high deportation numbers also left a lasting impact, influencing future discussions on enforcement. Trump's term made immigration a major political issue, forcing both parties to take stronger stances. His policies reshaped public discourse and led to more debates on border security and federal enforcement. Even after his presidency, his immigration policies continue to be a major talking point. So, when we compare Obama and Trump on immigration, the reality is more complex than just looking at numbers. Obama deported more people, but Trump's strict policies may have deterred more illegal immigration in the first place. Both presidents left a lasting impact on immigration policy, and the debate is far from over. What do you think? Should the U.S. have stricter immigration policies, or is reform the better path forward? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into political issues. See you in the next video.